We have an 8 p.m. curfew in Maine, but that just...
Everybody's tired. Everybody's been working and needs to go to bed.
It's kind of self-imposed when I notice. I don't think, really, I never notice it as much, but if Jess is off or someone and I end up doing the 11, like driving back here to the 11, I'm like, we are shut down at 10 p.m. And I appreciate that about Maine. It makes me feel a lot better about myself when I go to bed early,
Got to get enough sleep for work the next day, that's why.
We feel a lot of sympathy for you out on the road at 10 p.m.
Tough. I know, it's tough. Well, it feels later than it is because no one's out there. Like, Portland doesn't shut down at that time, but I just feel like in Bangor doesn't either. But in between, forget it. 36 for the winds in Sanford right now, 35 in Portland. We gusted over 50 miles an hour briefly down over southern Maine, which it almost gets into the territory where you could have some scattered power outages, but we're not having any issues. Still don't have leaves on the trees, obviously, and the ground isn't all that wet, so those are factors. A couple of rain and snow showers, as I mentioned, Bangor with a couple of minutes of light snow, and then those are heading downhill, those showers, and they look like there'll be rain showers into down East Maine. This wasn't well modeled, these sprinkles. They really weren't on there, and a couple of these are actually squalls moving up 95 there north of Bangor. So tonight we drop down into the 30s pretty much everywhere, 20s in quite a few spots, upper 20s away from the coastline, 20 flat or so into the mountains where they're undergoing this freeze-thaw cycle, which makes it a little bit difficult on conditions there. Tomorrow is a nice bright day, but I'll tell you what, temperatures struggle. We only get to the upper 30s to around 40. We're in the 20s again tomorrow night, and then Wednesday starts off sunny enough. Clouds come in from southwest and northeast on Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and here comes our next storm system, which, because of its timing overnight, will likely start as some wet snow in a lot of spots on Wednesday night, and then we'll transition over. It looks a lot like our last couple of storms where there's this initial cold wedge, so we do see some snow, especially away from the coast into the foothills and mountains, but eventually warm air wins out throughout the day on Thursday, so we've got rain along the coast, a mixture maybe into the foothills and into the mountains, and even that probably gets scoured out to just rain. There's a secondary low that comes through on Friday that could give us a little bit more snow in the mountains, but I do not think that along the coastline this is a snow event. As you get into the foothills and mountains, maybe you've got a better chance. This is the European model's projection on Thursday, Friday. It is worth noting, though, it is by far the coldest model. When you look at the GFS American model, it paints a totally different and much warmer picture for Thursday into Friday. So we'll play the middle right now, and I do have a mixture still possible into the mountains, and then we'll watch what happens on Friday with that back end low. But again, for a good part of our population, probably just a quick mix over to rain again, which is where we've been living at lately. And then Saturday and Sunday look fine, around 50 degrees, and then upper 40s or so on Sunday with a mixture of rain and snow showers. It does look a little chilly-ish, guys, next week. Not a word, but that's okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, about 10 degrees or so below average, which isn't as bad this time of the year as it could be in February, but it would put us only in the mid-30s or so for highs, which will feel like a setback, I think, after where we've
been pretty spoiled here lately.
We're particularly sensitive to setbacks
Yes.
this time of year. You get a setback in November, December, deal with it. This time of year, it sort of feels like a personal insult.
It's a very emotional thing. I think the next Monday through Wednesday of next week, a little insulting is how I put it.
All right, we'll prepare ourselves. Thanks, Keith.